Welcome back to the channel, Laura the Curious. So this week I'm going to be doing a curious experiment with some Lego, and I'm going to see if I can print with it. So I've got these Lego boards here, and some bricks as well. I'm thinking the best ones to work with are going to be these kind of flat type ones here. If I can get them all flat like this, all the same size, then I can make a pattern, roll some ink onto it, and get printing. So Lego dots are different to these if you've not seen them before. So these have the little spotty bits on them, the little raised dots that let the bricks all click together. But from what I understand, Lego dots are flat surface. So I'm thinking if I can get some of those and they'll fit onto the boards, then I'll be able to get some different like shapes and patterns with the printing. So there's a shop just literally on the high street down the road from me that I'm hoping is going to sell Lego dots. They're called Bricks Kingdom and they sell secondhand Lego. So yeah, I'm going to take a stroll down there now, bring you with me, and we'll see what they might have in store. Oh, look at all this lovely Lego! Oh, I think I'm going to be here for hours. So here's my Lego haul. I managed to get some Lego dots. You can see there all the brightly coloured bits. And also some of these clear parts too, which I have plans for in another video. So remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and you'll be able to see what I plan to make with those in a few weeks' time. But for now, let's get back to the printing. I've done some sorting of the bricks that I found in the rummage bin at Bricks Kingdom. So I managed to find quite a few of the flat pieces that I wanted. So I've got some squares in this one, the kind of bog standard ones, I guess, and then the single spot squares, which are going to be useful, I think. Got some of these rectangles in here, so I've got a tub of rectangles, big and little ones, and then lots of these like slim rectangles, and then again there's various sizes of those. So I've got like short ones and longer ones, and then I've got a tub of sort of interesting shapes, I suppose. So there's little L shapes in here, there's little quarter circles which are going to be really useful, and then these ones here are lots of just straight lines on little rectangles. So they're like the mini rectangles that I showed you before, but they've got 3 little lines on them, so they could be interesting for creating slim line patterns. And then I've got one here which is circles, so these are basically flat circles, and then small ones. Some of them have eyes on, like this one, which seems a shame to peel off and turn into a printing stamp, so I might keep the little eye ones, but we'll see how many I need to use. Yeah, so I've got a nice selection here of different shapes, so it's time to have a little play and crack on and see what kind of patterns I can make. Okay, so I'm starting off simple. I'm going to use these really small flat squares, and I'm going to just start adding some shapes on, just in a kind of maybe not random, but not too thought out, kind of create little patterns. And then I'm thinking I might be able to use them to stamp and maybe make some wrapping paper or something. So I also thought I could use some other pieces of Lego as little handles on the small ones. So I'm hoping something like this. Yeah, we can use that to stamp with. But I might take that off for now, just while I'm making my pattern. Yeah, we'll have a little rummage in here and see what we come up with. Okay, so it's time to test out some prints. So I'm using just some bog standard A4 paper, a sheet of glass that I'm going to use to roll the paint out onto, and I'm just using acrylic paints here as the kind of ink. And then my little roller, which is going to just enable me to either roll onto the bricks or roll out onto the palette to make it a nice smooth surface to print from. So that went pretty well. I thought I would try out something slightly different, try a slightly bigger design, but use these little longer pieces to create an edge that I can butt paper up against. So the plan will be that instead of printing the Lego onto the paper, this time I'll do it more like a kind of traditional way of lino printing, where you put the paper on top of the block that you're using to print with, and then rub the paper onto the block and peel the paper off. And those little rectangular bricks there will help me to create an edge for the paper to butt up against, so I can make sure that my print is lined up where I want it to be on the page. I didn't want to plan my designs out too much because I didn't know what bricks I was going to find, and part of the kind of joy, I suppose, of doing printing in this way is that you're kind of using what you've found, what's available. I'm using second-hand Lego here, so I kind of liked the idea of using the bits and bobs that were available to me. So I wanted to embrace that and make patterns that were kind of made up on the spot and not too much sort of thought through. Just going with my instinct as I was putting them together. So you can see I'm kind of playing with just the bricks that I liked while I was rummaging through, and then just seeing where they might fit, where they might look good, just through sort of instinct more than anything else. And it's funny because these will obviously look so much different as well when they've got just one colour, so I had to keep reminding myself, like, that bit isn't going to be purple, and that bit isn't going to be yellow, and that bit isn't going to be grey. So I've had an idea to try and create a print that uses multiple colours. Because we've got this edging where we can line up paper, I'm thinking if I can do some bricks in one colour and then I can do a print with it, move those bricks off and put some bricks on that I will print in another colour. So similar to Riso printing, I guess, where you print one colour at a time. So these are all going to be painted green because they are the foliage of my finished picture. was sorting through Lego shapes to use for the last one, I kind of had this idea, what if I just sorted the Lego into colours rather than shapes? Then I could do the same process but use the colours to make a pattern, and then all the blue bricks I print with blue ink, all the yellow bricks I print with yellow ink, and all the red bricks I print with red ink. And that would help me to identify which where to put the next set of shapes. So the blue ones I'll leave on the block whilst I put the yellow ones on. So I'll know whether the yellow ones are going to print over the top of the blue, because the blue will be there. But once I've laid all my yellow ones down and figured out where I want them to go in relation to the blue bricks, I can then remove the blue bricks and just print the yellow ones. It kind of made sense to me, so yeah, let's see if it worked. Moment of truth. Yeah, it's worked. Fantastic. Yeah, so I'm going to try it with a third colour now. Let's see if these have lined up okay. Pretty good. Oh, there's one part that's the red is printed over the blue, but I think it was a good theory. I was just eager to try it out, so maybe once I do this again, I'll take my time a little bit more and won't make any little mistakes like that again. So that is my Lego printing experiment over for now. I might do a little bit more in the future. It was really fun and I got some really interesting results from it. I'd really like to know what you all think. Let me know in the comments below which was your favourite of the printing things that I did. So I did quite like the small prints, even though they were, I kind of just did them as little testers. I actually quite like how they came out, and I think I will try this technique and maybe make some wrapping paper at Christmas time, so watch out for a video on that in December. This one I particularly enjoyed doing, where it kind of almost tessellated it, so fitting each of the little stamps together, but it's kind of made this one full pattern. So yeah, I really enjoyed that, and how it just happened to fit together. I think that's the really good thing with Lego, because it's a modular kind of system. Without even meaning to or planning to, a lot of these patterns and shapes will fit together. Yeah, which is an interesting idea for future maybe. I think my favourite one might be this one, just because I think it looks like a little bug or a little alien or something. I really like the scale of it. I thought I'd like the bigger ones more. I thought these little ones would just be like quite nice testers, just to try out the theory. This was the one where I had to go with the butting the page up to the extra bricks that I put along the edges. And it was kind of just a theory so that I could go on and then make a bigger print. But I actually really like the scale of this one, so I'm going to keep the block for this one. Here it is. Yeah, I'm going to keep the block for this one, and maybe make some more prints with it. Maybe some more colours, although I do really like this colourway. And then we had the kind of botanical print, which is kind of, a lot of them actually have turned out in a kind of Bauhaus style, I guess, quite, or kind of a modernist kind of thing. But maybe that's what draws me to Lego and printing with Lego, that kind of look, because they are styles that I quite enjoy anyway. But yeah, I like that too. I kind of like this idea of making natural shapes or nature prints from like geometric plastic objects is quite an interesting idea. But yeah, quite liked that one. And then the last one was the primary colours. So this is the one where I printed the blue bricks blue and the yellow bricks yellow and the red bricks red. And yeah, there's one little piece here where a red brick went over the top of a blue one, but I think I was just so eager to try this technique out that I just went a little bit too fast at the end there and just mistakenly put a red brick where it shouldn't have gone. But I like it as again as an idea and a theory. I might work on that a little bit more, of using the coloured bricks to print with the colour of what the brick is. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought. Are you going to have a go at printing with Lego? If you do, I'd like to see the results. And yeah, so remember, I'm going to be doing another video with those other Lego pieces that I got from Bricks Kingdom, the clear pieces, and that'll be in a few weeks' time. So if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe, and then you'll get to see that video when it pops up on your feed. I am still a really small channel, so every subscription is a real big deal for me. So yes, if you would like to subscribe, that would be awesome. And for now, I'll say goodbye and hope to see you in my next video.